venue or the locale, when these two get together, you know the spirits are going to be flowing, the intensity will be high, and these two will be ready to write another chapter in their storied rivalry. Glad to have you with us from TIAA Bank Field, home of the Jaguars in the heart of Duval and Jacksonville, Florida. As we'll see a participant from last year's playoff, the Florida Gators, taking on a team that ranks in the top 5 in this conference, the Georgia Bulldogs. For EA Sports, I'm Reese Davis, Jesse Palmer, and David Pollack with me. Guys, can't wait to get this started. The Gators will kick it off to get us underway. And he's not going to take a knee. Here he comes. Rolling the dice to bring it out of the end zone did not work out as he stopped at the 13. Looks as if they didn't get it off in time. It'll be a delay of game. That is a completely avoidable penalty. The quarterback just went into brain lock and lost track of the play clock. Well, this is not what the doctor ordered in terms of starting field position. Here's the snap, ready to cut one loose. Intercepted, and the first drive ends with a pick. He's brought down. A short return, but the defense comes out on top with a pick.
Hey, sometimes numbers lie, but this quarterback just learned a valuable lesson. These numbers don't lie. One of the best defenses against the pass, and you see why right there. Man, they break on the football, so much speed in the back end, break on it, make the play. This defense is legit, and that QB's finding out firsthand.
And that's why he is an All-American caliber player. He is just so physical and dominant against the run. He's able to shed blockers, uses that.
Into the end zone he goes. Touchdown, Florida. They can use this first score to sort of set the tone, guys, in this rivalry matchup.
Man, doesn't this feel good to come out, score early, get the crowd involved, get the nerves out of the way, Palmer, when you're playing in a big rivalry game.
Yeah, and I feel like momentum is always a big thing in any game, but in rivalry games, it's that much more important because everybody is going to feed off that first score now.
These two first met back in 1915, and for much of their histories, they've been sleeping giants. But man, when they wake up, do they wake up?
Well, it's two programs, obviously, with a lot of history and a lot of great players in the past, but I feel like because of the recent success of both Georgia and Florida in the last couple of...
Intercepted! A first-half turnover can swing momentum. He's knocked down the one play to come up with the interception.
This is obviously not a great start for this quarterback here. 2 interceptions already in this game. He's got to do a much better job with his decision-making.
To throw, it's Jennings. And the defense making a play, getting a hand on that pass.
I don't know about the decision that time by the quarterback. He may have been expecting man coverage, but that time the defense was in zone, and they did a really nice job closing the window. The intended target was not open, and that's why that one fell incomplete.
Nowhere close on that one as he got drilled trying to deliver the football, and now they face third down.
And this offensive line's got to do a little better job, man. You've got to give your quarterback time to go through his progressions from go to 1 to 2 and then maybe make a play. And he goes off of his first target, and you can tell he did not have much time. Getting hit as he's trying to throw the football, you've got to protect your quarterback.
On third and long, try to convert through the air. Got a man, it's April. They stop him well short of the marker. It's fourth down from the 27.
On a big third down, love the discipline by the defense there. You got everybody with their eyes on the quarterback, rallying to the football, showing good speed on D. Nice tackle. Love the team defense.
On fourth down, looking to pass. Finds a man on the left. Makes the grab. Defense right there, and they are set up at the 14.
Well, it's a heck of being conservative, right? I mean, that essentially would have just been a chip-shot field goal with where they were on that fourth down. But they decided to go for it, throw it. They're looking for 6. They're going for a touchdown. They are being aggressive.
Heading to the end zone. And he's loose, and he'll take it to the house. Touchdown, Gator!
Another rushing touchdown. That's now 2 on the game. This offense thought they could come into this one running the ball, being the more physical team, and they look like it right now.
And they did tack on that extra point without any adventure. Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. Looks like he's going to bring it out. Gets it across the 20 to the 21, and not quite what he would have picked up just taking the touchback. We're ready to get another look at this Bulldog offense. To say this has been a slow start is a bit of an understatement, and they really need to get it going here, Jesse.
That's right. The opponent, they're firing on all cylinders right out of the gate. Offensively for this unit, they've been slow and struggling. They need an explosive play to wake themselves up.
Yeah, and it's just the first quarter, so it's not the end of the world. You've seen slow starts, but you got to continue to pick and pick and pick until you find that play or that scheme that you can use against this defense.
And the Dogs come to the line on 3rd and short, trying to keep the drive alive. They'll try to get the first through the air. Finds the tight end. There he goes. Oh, the sweet juke. Oh, my goodness, he's still moving. The 30. And that one looked as if it might go all the way, but they picked up more than 40 yards before the touchdown-saving tackle. Georgia coming out with a fresh set of downs. Give to the running back. Got enough for the first. And he's brought down after a nice gain.
First down, physicality wins football games. Being able to run the football, create balance, and right here just choose up another first down, gives you another chance to maybe continue to run the football.
And I feel like this guy, too, is just an explosive play waiting to happen. His vision, his quickness, and he's got a burst. If you give this guy just a crease, he's going to hit it, and right now he's doing some damage on this defense.
With the run on 1st and goal. He'll be brought down at the 5-yard line, and this defense is on its heels. Now on 2nd and goal. He'll run it up the middle, trying to pick his way to the end zone. And he gets it back to the 4-yard line and no farther.
It's looking like they're going to have to throw this one in now on 3rd down, David. And you know the execution just has to be spot on. Timing especially at the quarterback position here.
And thinking about the defense, they're aggressive in these situations. They're going to play.
Looking for the end zone. And he'll take it in and house it. Touchdown, Bulldogs! It's a much-needed life from this offense as they try to cut away at this lead.
No doubt. Needed something to go right. When you're down, you got to make plays. You got to get your team back in. Great start. Keep chipping away.
And the extra point was good as they finished the drive. So the kickoff team will come out after they turn in a score on that last drive. And he's going to bring it out. The coverage team maintains its discipline, not much doing on that return. Cowboys scripts have worked trying to add to this 14-7 lead. Back to throw, it's Jennings. Fires one high and deep. And the DB forcing the incomplete pass with the deflection.
Looks to me on that deep ball like he was forcing it a little bit. You got to be careful as a quarterback. You're not trying to outduel the other guy who just threw a touchdown pass. You're just trying to win the game. So just execute the plays. The ball goes to who it's designed to go to. If that means you got to turn around and hand it off, then that's what you got to do. But I think on that last deep ball, QB forcing it a little bit.
And that run really didn't go anywhere. And a lot of times we don't focus on it enough. But how important those 5 guys are up front. To get on those defensive linemen, to try to move them out of the way, to get a run game going, it squarely falls on the shoulder of those 5 offensive linemen.
And he got smacked just as he released the pass. It's incomplete.
Well, the defense finally has figured it out. That was critical for their confidence because they had been scored on earlier. They had given up a ton of yards. I think they understood the gravity of the situation. 3rd down, that was critical for them to get off the field, build momentum, build some confidence. Nice job that time by the defense.
And Georgia ready to go back to work on offense. This feels like one of those games you might have to answer every score, already down 14-7. Working that left side now. Rolls inside the 30 and out of bounds at the 29, and now they're threatening.
That's why this running back's a big weapon here, right? Because not only can he run the ball, but he can catch it too. Even running flat routes when you know the ball's going to be in the air a long way, he can adjust to it, make something good happen after the catch. And quite honestly, they need him because they've thrown a couple of picks now in this game. They've got to find a way to get this guy more involved.
They bring him down, but he's got a 1st and goal from the 10. They built this offense around finding mismatches and just get the ball to the back and let him do his thing.
Yeah, it didn't have to be long down the field. Like it threw it right near the line of scrimmage, but you know I got a guy, when he gets in space, he can make big plays happen. Nice decision by the QB.
Well, we know this offense obviously really struggled their last time out. They knew coming into this one they would have to be better at running the football, and that just has not happened in this game. They're simply not physical enough offensively at this point.
He's got it. That completion takes them down to the 7-yard line, and they are ready to strike.
I like the aggressiveness by this defense. You got to play tight on the wide receivers. There's not a lot of space on the field. You've got to be aggressive, and you've got to make tackles.
Wants to fire it in the end zone on 3rd and goal. And he throws his 3rd pick of the day. His head has to be spinning.
And he makes a play in the back end. Nice job reading the pass, and that's his 2nd of the season. This guy, unbelievable job seeing the quarterback, breaking on the quarterback, and going and getting that big play.
Gets that thing away from the goalpost. He's got 5 out to the 10-yard line. As they get set to snap it, time winding down here in the quarter. They'll keep it on the ground. Pass the sticks, and he may get more. They make the stop, but he'll have enough yardage for a 1st down. And they've swapped into the field, and we'll get it going in the 2nd. So they'll go back to work after changing into the field. Looking to throw, it's Jennings. Grabbed over the middle, it's Abram. They bring him down, but the big play will move the sticks.
How about this offense? They're rolling. They got a couple 1st downs together. Defense. Next, what's your response? What do you got? You got to make some adjustments here.
And the Gators have it with a 1st and 10. To the air on 1st down. With the catch, it's Dykes. And how about that? What the doctor always ordered, an explosive play to the 40.
Guys, how many 1st downs is that? Just on this drive alone. I mean, this defense allows 1 or 2 more drives like this, and they're going to be gassed by the 3rd quarter.
The sweet feet keeping the play alive. Had to throw it before he wanted. Both of you guys played in this rivalry. Jesse, what's your most impactful memory?
My senior year, 1st and 1 on the goal line, and the Bulldogs had Marcus Stroud and Richard Seymour, 2 first-round picks at D-tackle. Coach Spurrier called Red Snoopy, which was a quarterback sneak. I didn't get it. I called it again on 2nd down. I didn't get it. Called it again on 3rd down. I didn't get it. On 4th down, he subbed our running back who came in the huddle and says, Red Snoopy, jump over the top, idiot. And we scored a touchdown.
That is great. That is phenomenal.
Well, the defense got the stop there on 3rd and 1. Let's see if they can do it again here on 4th and inches, David.
I just got to find a way to fall forward, be physical. We worked on this all week. You know you're going for it on 4th down.
4th down and inches, and you go read any book you want to, any analytical measure, and it will tell you, go for it.
Man, when I was at Florida, Steve Spurrier would wait for this opportunity in a game, 4th and inches, and he'd signal in Red Snoopy, quarterback sneak. It works every time.
They go to the ground. Oh, he's got some space. Big pickup on the ground here to keep this drive moving and give them a first down.
You got to be impressed by what you've seen by this offense so far in this game. In the first half, they've got a nice lead, and they've been able to do it with explosive plays, but they've also been able to do it with efficiency and getting first downs and staying on the field. And you saw another great example right there running the football. Anything they want to do right now is working.
Finds his big tight end. They get it down to the 7 on that pass play in prime position for a score. Going to work in the red zone, they can't pick up the first down without getting it into the end zone. Just a quick rhythm throw there and really good use. And he motors into the end zone. Touchdown, Florida! There have been miniseries, novels, movies, long-form plays that have been over in shorter period of time than that drive. That was a marathon.
And that's just so frustrating when you're a defensive guy time and time again trying to get the stops, and they just keep making the plays, and they punch it in for a touchdown. Demoralizing.
Returner's going to try to see what he can get. Not a lot of space to be found. Good hustle by the coverage team, and they stop him at the 21. We're ready to get another look at this Bulldog offense. This is when the pressure can ramp up a little bit on an offense, David, when they start feeling the heat to answer a score.
And I think being down 14, you can kind of feel that way. But, dude, if you put a good drive together, this is a 7-point game, so Palmer, no need to panic.
I was just going to say, David, I mean, this thing can flip quick. You go down, score, all of a sudden your defense gets a stop, or who knows, better yet, gets a turnover. This game is entirely different.
Wants to adjust the pattern. Wants to throw on first down. Stands in and takes the hit. And he's got it inside the 35. Gets it all the way inside the 20-yard line to the 19 before being hauled down.
Well, this offense has shown you it doesn't take a lot of time for them to generate explosive plays through the air. Big completion on the previous play. They take another shot and hit it, and they have completely flipped the field.
They keep count of their number of explosive plays, and that last one has them set up 1st and 10 at the 19. Now from inside the red zone. Safe completion on the screen. Not a whole lot of room there on that screen pass as it just never developed. Plenty of distance between them and the sticks here on 2nd down. Back to pass. And it'll be incomplete. This is some physical pass defense. It'll be 3rd and long. From the gun, wants to pass. Unloads to the wideout. Got it in the middle, it's Brewer. Works his way to the 4-yard line, and they'll have it 1st and goal. And this is a really important series of plays, a chance to cut into the lead just before halftime. Touchdown, Georgia! Quick strike through the air for the score.
And I tell you what, that passing touchdown, man, that should spark this whole team. Like, the comeback is more than on now. Like, they got the touchdown. They cut into the lead. you want to get a stop and go into the half, get all the juices, all the excitement, and be like, listen, the passing game's rolling. We got this. The comeback's in full effect.
Now to make sure this kickoff team covers properly to pay off that last scoring drive. And it'll come out to the 25. No attempt at a return. They take over late in the half, enough time to put together a drive. To the air, it's Jennings. Got his man quickly. Turning it on! They finally get to him, but what a play there to pick up the first down.
The big fella, the tight end, the wide receiver in a tight end's body going up and making the catch.
One man in the backfield, and he gets it. And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that. Here's a timeout on the field. Tight game here late in the first half.
Great team defense on that run play. Everybody doing their job. People winning their one-on-ones, D linemen staying in their gaps, linebackers and DBs filling. You just can't do it better.
Got it set up on the outside. Gets it all the way down to the 39-yard line. It'll be a first down. We got a timeout here late in the first half, and they'll try to get more points on the board before the break. The Gators with the 1st and 10. Looking to throw on first down. Just a short pass to the tight end. He's finally stopped, but not before he takes it into the red zone. They'll mark it at the 18. The Gators are in the red zone. They're threatening to score, and they'll throw it. He's got it and still on his feet. And he'll haul it in and take it to the end zone. Touchdown, Gators!
But how big is that for this offense? Put a nice drive together, get the touchdown, add to this lead already. Everything right now, Palmer, going their way.
Yeah, that was as good a two-minute type situation as you could have offensively. David, they've got so many weapons on this offense. They practice these situations all the time, and they put it to work here at the end of the first half.
And he takes this from inside the 5. Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. This drive will start from the 19-yard line. They'll start this drive going to the air. Going over the top. And it is another interception. Just a terrible struggle for this quarterback. This defense happy with how that last play turned out, so they'll decline the penalty. Quarterback and running back set up in the pistol. Looking to pass. It's Jennings. Quickly out to the tight end. Breaks into the open. They get him on the ground late in the half. They have the first down at the 41. They wanted to get the ball to the tight end, and they've already done it 5 times, and we're not even to the half.
I'm about to say mission accomplished. Yeah, that's what they want to do. Take advantage of the matchup, right? Zone or man, I like my big fella. I like using the tight end all I can. Great job working him into the offense. He's a playmaker. Find him.
Trying to make magic on the scramble. And a nice pickup on the run and gets down to avoid contact.
Nice job by the QB, sitting back in the pocket. You can tell he wants to throw the football, go through his progressions. Nothing home, take off and slide. I love the slide at the end. Don't take a big shot.
Looking to throw on first down. Incomplete. He had to get rid of it before he wanted to. The defense put the heat on.
Yeah, I don't know if the quarterback got confused on first down. He might have thought the defense was going to be in man coverage that time, but they were in zone. They fooled him, and just didn't seem like he had his eyes in the right place, was forcing that ball to his intended target. The window way too small. The guy was not open, so that didn't have that chance to be complete.
The Clock will stop with this timeout from the offense. They'll get a chance to regroup on the sideline. Just a few seconds remaining here as they try to put something up before halftime. Wants to throw on third down. Looking for the goal line. Perfectly thrown ball. Nice catch. Good tackle, but it's first and goal from the 5. Clock still running. Almost certainly the last play of the half. He wants to throw it. Looking for the score. Touchdown, Florida. Fired in from the red zone for the score. They've got the lead and trying to put this one in a hammerlock here in Week 10.
Man, what great offensive execution. You talk about addressing a 2-minute situation and using almost all of the clock, adding to your lead and creating more momentum going into the half. Great execution by this offense.
Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. He'll bring it out. It's Brewer. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. It's first down, but the offense is just going to take a knee and go to the locker room. That's the end of the second quarter. That means it's time to join Kevin and our halftime update. Georgia will kick it deep to start the second half. The returner will field it and try to get some field position. Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16. The Gators sending the offense back to work. Not sure they had to adjust much as they'll try to build on this lead. Starting this third quarter on the ground. And that's a very productive first down play and bringing up 2nd and 3.
We'd love to see this on offense early in drives. Getting that kind of yardage keeps you ahead of the chains.
And the Gators can really attack on this 2nd and short. To the ground with the back. And he'll pick up the first down, but he got drilled on that tackle. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. It'll be 1st and 10 from the 30. The give to the lone running back. Pretty good job of running to get 2 there to the 32.
And what's the closest guy to the football, man? It's those defensive tackles, and those guards and centers have to work together. They got to get those guys and get some movement. They don't on this play, and the big fella eats. Nowhere to go. When you run in...
There he goes. Spins away from the defense. Finally forced out of bounds. Maybe a step shy of midfield. They'll mark it at the 49. The Gators are rolling down the field. Motion from the wide receiver. Back to pass, it's Jennings. Looking to the big tight end. It's picked off. 13th time he's done that this year. Going the other way, and he's got room.
And some defensive backs just have a way of finding the football. And he's starting to develop that. His 3rd interception on the season, just has a good feel for playing that spot in the back end.
And Georgia ready to go back to work on offense. Trying to start the drive with a pass. Quick strike complete. And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage. Plenty of work to do here on 2nd and long. They'll run play action. Quickly to the tight end. They make the stop, trying to pick up just a little bit at a time to get to that first down marker. 3rd down, and this offense is already in a world of trouble. They could really use a conversion, not to mention multiple scores. Looking to throw for it. Makes the catch. It's Dobbs. He goes out of bounds right at the 10-yard line, and the offense can smell the touchdown from here. Georgia ready to dial it up on another first down. Tight end in motion, see how the D reacts. Wants to go up top on first down. Fires to the end zone. And here's the 5th interception by this quarterback. Good gain on the return, and this defense has set them up with a big play. Florida has the ball back, and here comes the offense. Last drive ended with a pick, vitally important to take. He lost one down the sideline. Brings it down on the right side. And it looked as if he might take that one all the way to the house. Just ran out of a little steam. The defense finally got it. They were backed up, and then suddenly they weren't. They've got it 1st and 10 now inside the 50. And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play.
And, man, it's nice to have a guy that is just better than your guys. And no matter what play you call, man, how about him getting in the backfield quick, penetrating, using his quickness, and using his strength to get him to the ground. That is a ball.
And it'll be incomplete. This defense is physical in pass deep. They've got to come up with a big play on this 3rd and long. Back to pass, it's Jennings. Finds his man, it's Dykes. They'll make the stop about a yard short of the first down. They didn't quite get that route run deep enough to pick up the first down. Now they've got a 4th and short.
And I think everybody at home tends to yell at their television set. Why aren't you getting past the first down marker? Why did you run your route short? Defense did a good job knowing where that was. But now, 4th down, offense has to make a decision.
And that decision will be questioned for a while. We're ready to get another look at this Bulldog offense. That last possession, a prime example, Jesse, of how things get condensed in the red zone. Gonna let it fly. And it's another interception as his assault on the record book continues. Picked up a few extra on that return, but what a play by this defense to get the football. And the offense takes the field ready to go back to work. And this one will be stopped for no gain.
Stopping the run is about physicality. It's about I'm bigger than you. I'm stronger than you up front. Really nice job by the defense, showing their strength, bowing up, stuffing the run.
Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. They'll give it to the back. He'll be stopped just short of the 20 at the 19. Give him 1.
And, man, the big fellas up front, they don't get a lot of credit. They don't get talked about a lot unless it's negative, but they're the big component, man. They've got to get some push, to get some running lanes, get this running game going. They're the ones that make it go.
With the catch, it's Dykes. They make the stop about 4 yards short of the first down. The Gators will line up to punt it away. This will be the 2nd time they've had to kick it away. Coverage team able to put a stop to that return at the 42-yard line. They'll open this drive from their own 42-yard line. Looking downfield on first down. Caught behind the line. It's Tyree. He's out of bounds after a really nice game, but there is a marker on the field. A solid gain on that one, and it goes for naught as the penalty will back them up. Use the play fake, now to throw. Here he goes breaking the pocket. It's picked off. That's 18 of those this season. Just a short return, but that would have been icing on the cake. They've got it first down at the 42. The give to the tailback.
The big fella in the middle, man. Those defensive tackles, they go such a long way in deciding and really stopping the other team's run game. Just forcing contact with those guards and those centers, owning the line of scrimmage, and getting running backs on the ground.
They'll go to the ground. Picks up the first down, still moving. All down, but he has enough to move the chains.
This shouldn't be a surprise to anybody. If you've got the lead in the third quarter and you want to keep it, you got to bleed the clock. Best way to do that, run the football. And you're now seeing this offense call these run plays back to back. They are trying to be physical, and they're trying to stay on the field.
Power football with the run. They make the stop inside the 25, working closer to that red zone, a gain of 6. Line of scrimmage will be the 24. And the Gators can play this second down a lot of ways with just a few yards to go. Dropping back, it's Jennings. Quickly complete. He's brought down, but it'll be enough for a first down.
In the slant route, you got to put that foot in the ground and cut in a hurry so you can create a little bit of separation from that cornerback, and a nice job with the concentration, plucking that football, pulling it in.
They get him stopped after a 2-yard gain. Ball is at the 17. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. After the 3-yard pickup, they come to the line, 2nd and 7. The give to the back. Tough, determined run, gets it down to the 12. We've come to the end of the quarter, and it's Florida on top. Let's take a quick look at the national rankings to see how this playoff race is shaping up. As we start the fourth quarter, it'll take a pretty sizable comeback to win this one. After swapping into the field, they gave them a little time to figure out how they'll open the final period here on 3rd down. They'll try to pick it up on the ground. They'll knock him down for a loss of a couple.
You want to bring in your tight ends? You want to bring in more beef for that offensive line? I'm going to bring in more beef. Nice job by the defense understanding the situation. Red zone, field shrinks. I need more bigger personnel on the field, some big guys that can stop the run. Played the run well. Great job by the defense understanding the situation.
Oh, he missed it. No good. After the missed field goal, hey, could be worse. They're still up by 21.
Hey, sometimes I just feel like 4th down, man. Just go for it every time. Like the field goal miss, make rate. And listen, kickers have improved the last couple of years, but you left some points off the scoreboard there.
He'll start this drive firing. Here's a heat. And he was hit just as he was releasing the pass, and it falls to the ground incomplete.
And finally, the defense is able to get some pressure on this quarterback. They had been trying all game long different ways to affect him. Weren't able to get there. But on that play, because of the pressure, it affected his accuracy, and that's why the ball falls incomplete. Gets away from one. He's got space.
Now they've got even more breathing room out to the 31 and a fresh set of downs. Finally, some signs of life from this offense, which has done nothing in the second half. It's 1st and 10. Fires to the big fella. How about this backer in pass coverage and bringing the big hit stick with him, too. Try to make up for some of that lost ground on 2nd down. The play action fake. Fires to the middle. Finds space on the right. Really nice job there by both guys to throw and the catch to work that defense and get the first down.
Well, it's a nice job, too, of the quarterback after the play fake there, getting his eyes down the field. He had to get that to his tight end quickly, knowing he wasn't going to have a lot of space to run with after the catch.
Wants to keep it in the air. Fires to the tight end. And just a short, safe pass play. They pick up a few. Behind the chains now on 2nd and long. Clock stops, and we've reached the 2-minute timeout. This offense looking for anything to cut into this big lead. Backed up now. Here's 2nd and long. Looking to fire. Grabbed in the middle. It's Brady. He's brought down quickly. Minimal gain there. Still a bit short of the first down. The Dogs really need to keep this drive alive on 3rd down. Tight end now in motion. They'll go to the air on 3rd and short. Oh, they really could have used that catch there. Physical pass defense. It brings up a 4th down. No sign of the punt team as they will go for it and try to move those chains. Hauls it in, the first down and more. All down, but he has enough to move the chains.
Wow, and that was just a bang-bang play. On that 4th down, the coverage was tight. QB had his receiver. He knew where he wanted to go with it, but the only way that ball gets completed is if he puts a little extra.
Deep shot for the end zone. Intercepted, number 19.
And I love this defense understanding situational football. You got the lead in the 4th quarter. Get in your nickel packages. You know the pass is coming, and the execution was great.
Yeah, they thrive on takeaways, and they love to get into games late with the lead because one of the strengths of their entire team is their secondary, and you saw it there. In nickel, they're able to come away with the pick, and it's looking like they're going to be able to seal this game. And the defense down in this game, they just can't do anything to stop this offense at this point, David. Right now, they know they're going to be trying to run the football and try and ice the game, but there's nothing at this point it seems they can do.
Yeah, and it's frustrating. I got to sell out, man. I got to bring as many guys to the line of scrimmage as I can. I got to find a way to get this ball back to my offense. The clock is not my friend, and them running the football is only going to run this thing out quicker. I got to find a way to make something happen, strip the football, do something.